So it basically turns out every new technology is greeted with what they call a moral panic, right? So, and a moral panic basically is whatever this new technology is or this new form of media is, it's going to ruin everything. It's going to ruin everything. It's going to ruin, specifically, it's going to ruin society. It's going to ruin morality, and then especially it's going to ruin the children. And then back, this is bicycle is pre-feminism, so it's also going to ruin the women very specifically. It's going to ruin the women, which clearly cannot be, because women clearly in 1880, cannot be trusted to use a bicycle without getting into real trouble. I'll explain why. So this is this persistent theme, and basically you go all the way back, and this is like this famous thing where Plato and Socrates thought that basically that they thought that written language was a big mistake, that all information transmission should be oral, and they had this whole thing back in 500 BC, and then it was just like you just have to like imagine. I always like to hypothesize the first guy who brought fire, it's like down from the mountain.
Probably killed him.
Yeah, they're like, what the fuck is, right, exactly. Like, this thing is horrible. This thing could burn down the village. Like, this is awful. This is going to destroy everything. And so it's just been this consistent thing. And there's this great website called Pessimist Archive where there's these guys who go back and they find all these newspaper articles that are contemporaneous to these things. But it's everything. And, so when I was a kid, it's like heavy metal music, Dungeons and Dragons, it was like all this stuff was awful. I remember the moral panic around the Walkman, the very first portable cassette player with the headphones, because it was going to destroy society because everybody's going to just be listening to their own music. I remember the moral panic around the calculator was going to destroy education because kids were not going to learn how to do math anymore.